And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Today is Friday, and we are going to be playing some Battle Brothers. It's been a little bit since we played Battle Brothers, probably 2-3 weeks, somewhere around there. And honestly, I need a little bit of a refresher, and I needed a bit of a break from the War Tales grind. And we do need to add a third game into our mix. I also, I think the third game that we might be adding into the mix will probably be maybe some Monster Breeder, or next month, my favorite game of all time is coming out with a remake, and that is Final Fantasy Tactics. So who knows, maybe we'll see some of that. Without further ado, let us take a look-see at what we have here. Right. And we're gonna take a quick little gander here. I don't want to need this. But we're gonna take a little gander here at all the people we got. We have Pippin the Eager, right? All in all, built to be a dagger tank, 48 melee defense, 28 range defense, actually really good. 63 melee skill, got a dagger, cool. Eckbert. Eckbert has been traumatized, was a fisherman. I mean, honestly, we kind of just got him set up a little bit. Yeah, you know what? We should be seeing perks here. Pippin, built for the long run. We're going to try to make him into a solid dagger tank. We're trying to make money off of him, right? Eckbert, honestly, we're just trying to keep him alive, so to speak. He's just going to be a frontliner until he dies. Aragorn the Legend. We recently actually got some famed gear on the last stream, right? At least I'm pretty sure it was last stream. So we have some pretty decent chest armor. Got a fairly decent helmet too. And Aragorn is Battleforged. So combine that with Iron Lungs, 81 melee skill. It doesn't have the best defensive stats, but you know what? I think that's okay. And we should be able to get him up and running here pretty well, especially since he's got a greatsword too. Aragorn is basically built to be a greatsword user. And then we have Merry, Pippin's counterpart. 51 melee defense, but doesn't have as many defensive stars, right? But has slightly higher than melee skill and a little bit better HP to boot. Merry's also a level higher and has Backstabber, so we'll see how all this plays out. We have Wendell, who is a wild man that is in our backline. Currently looks like we're kind of building him to be a bit of a mix, right? We're trying to do a little bit of a hybrid here, with 3 talent points into range skill. That's pretty good. That means he's always going to have 4 or 5 in range skill. Eventually he'll be able to have pretty solid range attack, right? Then we have Balin here, who's kind of a crossbowman and a thrower, primarily a crossbowman, and then we'll just swap that to a pike. Maybe swap off a pike and get something else for a melee weapon, but honestly, 23 melee defense, 70 range, 58 melee skill. I mean, all in all, not terrible. He does have a missing ear, which kind of sucks. Makes it to where, dodge would not be a very good fit for him, but that's okay. Henrik is our first actual nimble unit, right? Built to be our bannerman, is our bannerman, does it very well, has a really high melee skill. All in all, pretty solid. -8 and -5, so we could technically find him a armor that has 2 more fatigue requirement on it, and we should be good to go for him. So the best armor and whatnot that comes to mind would be like a noble mail, and then maybe a salad or something like that, especially if we can get famed options for those. But yeah, Roderick Quickfingers over here, kind of the most well-rounded hybrid that we've got with 63 and 61. And then we have Overlord the Rock, and he is not much of a rock when it comes down to defensive stats. Definitely a dedicated backliner. But with polearm mastery and whatnot, I think we'll be okay. I really want to rotate Overlord off the Jagged Pike and get us set up with a Sword Lance of Swords, right? And then we have Steinar, who is currently in reserve, has a weakened heart as a permanent injury, kind of really boogers him up for hit points. Ultimately, that kind of makes or breaks him a little bit here. He does have a cut artery, which also reduces 35% of his hit points. So between that and that, he only has 30 HP. Don't want to toss him out there until he gets healed up. And then Kurt the Mauler, does not have any permanent injuries. However, he does have an abdominal cut and a fractured hand, so he's basically fucking useless right now. We're keeping both these guys in reserve for the time being. But yeah, that basically gets us caught up on what the status of our units are, right? Let's take a look at what our Oath of Righteousness is. So our men have 15 resolve, 10 melee and range skill, and +5 melee and range defense when fighting undead. And we gain extra renown for slaying undead. So we are built to fight undead. We should fight undead while we have this oath up and running. Cool. We have no contracts. Let's take a look at our actual inventory. We have a bunch of armor here. Let's go ahead and mark some of this stuff for repair, right? We don't have too much in the way of weapons that we should be repairing. I am going to go ahead and repair the items that are going to be worthwhile repairing, right? We have a few great axes. We got some decent stuff here, and it looks like we took out we got an ornate tome and some ancient gold coins. So I think what happened is we ended up our last fight or something around there, we fought, and yeah, it looks like we fought right around here, something like that, and that's how we got our armor, and we also got some decent loot from it, from the looks of it too. Let's see here. Standard, only 16 for a wooden shield, so this isn't the best area for us to buy or sell from, but I mean, honestly, kind of you get what you get. Let's see what we got. So follow the tracks, return a ceremonial staff. We have also a caravan, which is 5 days to the northwest for a decent amount of crowns. How much money are we spending per day? About 230. So 5 days, 230. We definitely need to get paid at least 1,000 for it, and we're getting paid close to 3,000. A little bit over that, right? So obviously that'll be enough for us to pay for crowns. And where exactly is this? Northwest is a ways away. 5 days at Waidove. Where's Waidove? Where are we? What are we talking about here? Dude, that's literally the furthest away that we can get. Like, that is... We're right here. We'd have to go all the way up, over and around and down. Like, that is a long ass trip. There's plenty of time for us to get like completely bodied while we're out and about. But we are going to go ahead and do the ceremonial staff real quick. We have, 9 guys that are basically prepped and ready to fight. I will say that Egbert is a little boogered up. We need to look into rotating some better armor onto him for the time being, just to make sure that he's patched up and ready to go. We're going to mark the decayed full helmet for repair as well. We do need that. And then we should be good. So let's go take a look-see at where we need to go. Looks like it's this way. And the cool thing is if there ends up being a necromancer in this party, that'll help us out quite a bit. Because that means oh, no necromancer. No necromancer. Okay. I do know that it may be 9v9, but they have at least one marksman, right? So we're just going to move up a little bit. And one of them does have a metal crossbow. So that's something that we need to be wary of. Metal crossbow did not do anything. He held his turn. We're gonna attempt to get lucky here because their entire front line, well, their entire front line has shields, right? Anything we can do to potentially get some damage out there, all the better. We're just gonna go ahead and shield wall with Egbert, and we will wait with Pippin. We just got shot in the head there. That's unfortunate. Look for that. Yep, missed. Tragic. That took a lot of damage. And these guys look like they're not going to be pushing us, so we need to push them, and quickly. Ouch. Okay, well, we killed one of them. $57. Let's go for this one since he's lowered. Nope. No dice. Missed. I'm really scared of this guy. Don't kill Balin. Okay, he did not aim for Balin, which is good for us. What is this? Minus max hit points and minus max fatigue. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll see how this is going to go for us, but I'm not feeling too confident. Five versus 5. Let's go for the 16. Missed. Unfortunate. Shield wall. $45 versus 59 and 51. Go for the 45. A couple hits in. All right. How are we looking here? I really want to see if we can kill this marksman, but I'm not sure how well it's going to go for us. 23, 23, 12. Roderick, do you have? You do, but you only have a 58. What we're going to do is we're going to get you up here and pray. There it is. Is Balin dead? Yep, Balin's dead. I had Balin built more to be a fairly like melee dominant, backliner. So him getting counter sniped continuously by a metal crossbowman was always his biggest weakness. So it is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We have other units that can easily replace him. Just sucks that it happened right now. But hey, we're getting paid. I do need Henrik to do his job. That is for certain. I'm gonna swap over here. Go to melee. Take him out. 30% still missed. I need Henrik to rally. That helped a little bit, not a lot. Mr. 42. We have 5 and a 14. I go ahead and shield wall here. 16 versus 21. Go for the 21. Miss. Ooh, Overlord got hurt pretty hard there. 62 is a good hit there for Roderick. Mary's in a bit of trouble here. You know what? I'm realizing I don't have very good damage dealers right now. That's kind of killing us. I'm gonna be real here. $36, $26. All I can really hope for right now is that we get a hit on the 36. We did get a hit on the 36. That did a decent amount of damage too. We're gonna move Overlord out and about. Keep Roderick out here. Roderick just got like bodied. That kind of hurt. Missed our opportunity there. Missed that as well, which also kind of sucks. There's a kill finally. $27 versus 32. We can still try for the 32, but we should really go for the 20. Yeah, we need to go for the 32. Okay, 25 versus 50. Go for the 50. Got a hit in. Did not trigger morale, unfortunately. What we're going to do is we're going to take a step up here. Go for him. Missed. That's unfortunate. 28% here. What we're going to do is we're going to try to take a step up. We got it. Boom. So that helped out a tremendous amount here. And now we have 12 versus 32. I'm going to go for the 32 up here. Transition most of our attention up to the top. 21 versus 16. Go for the 21. We actually got a hit in, which is great. $25, $53, go for the 53, get the kill. Okay. We lost Balin and we lost Egbert, but we got all their gear back for the most part. I think we lost whatever. No, Egbert was wearing that, and I'm not sure what type of chest piece Balin was wearing, but that's okay. We got all of Balin's gear back from the looks of it. So yeah. What we are going to do is we're going to drop off all the really crummy things that we don't actually need, right? We'll keep all the valuables. What else do we need here? That's from Egbert, which I do want. I do want the Sipar shield. We have another metal crossbow we can take. We have a Scramus axe we can take. We will drop the hatchet. We will take a metal crossbow. We will drop... Man, we only had one standard shield left, right? Let's see here. A standard shield would be nice, just so we have something that can be used as a price gauge. We will drop a battered militia spear, keep a fully repaired shield. We will drop our ratted leather cap there and take the Scramus axe because that's worth good money. The bow is also worth some decent money as well. It won't be worth a ton, but you know what? A little bit's better than nothing. And all in all, I think that's all we need to take. And then we'll just head back to town. And honestly, culling through a few of our guys, I'm okay with because we kind of need to do that anyway. Really helps us out in the long run. One, with getting rid of sub-tier units, right? That were early game guys that we weren't like super in love with. And it allows us to recruit some new guys to fill in those slots without making all of our expenses go up too much. So we lost, we lost 2 guys, but now we only have to pay 202 crowns a day instead of like 230, 240. So that does help us. Let's see here. We don't have a really good, a very good ranged unit, like a dedicated archer or something like that. So that is something I would not mind looking for. And we could always look into recruiting a nomad background as well, because they are, fairly decent. That's a pretty expensive recruit though. That's almost 4 grand. That's quite a bit considering you can get an adventurous noble, right? For roughly the same price, and he'll actually cost less per day. So, and this guy actually has some decent armor. So, you know what? I think that may be what we do. Oh, well, this guy is level 4, right? And starting out level 4 is pretty nice. I am going to hire the hunter, though. We're going to see how he is. Okay. The hunter has no, star allocations whatsoever, that are good. He has 1 for range defense, cool. He has 1 for fatigue and 1 for initiative, so okay. But he has nothing that's super great, and he has nothing in range skill. Having nothing in range skill is really unfortunate. So we're looking at 87 to 91 max, including gifted. Best case scenario. 91 is going to be good enough for us to, give him an actual bow. So I'm okay with it. It just kind of sucks because I would have preferred if he had, slightly better stats, but is what it is. We're going to get rid of the Robin Hood hat. He doesn't need that. We are going to give him some slightly better gear, just to help keep him alive. Yeah. And only having a 48 melee skill is not the best, but that's okay. We should be able to survive that. Steinar, you have a really tattered piece of armor. We're going to mark that for repair and at least get you up here since your injury is no longer a thing. Your hit points are pretty freaking low, though. Roderick, you do have an injury. It'll heal in 1 to 3 days. You have a decent malice to your melee and range skills, but honestly, we should be okay. We could definitely use giving Mary some better gear here. Mary is hurting on gear. And then repair. What else do we need to mark for repair? Let's go ahead and sort through all this real quick. Repair. You can take a Sipar shield. We can actually give Steinar some better armor in general too. We don't have anyone that's super great for us to put really heavy armor onto, so that's a kind of a downfall of what we got going on. But you know what? It is what it is. Let's start heading over to the major citadels. Ooh. The old gods fought their wars to completion, but we challenge yet the faithful followers of the guild or a false guard of opulence wars upon us. Oh no. Damn it, we've got the fucking holy war coming up. You meet a monk on the roads. He's a donkey pulled cart. Yep. We'll spend we'll spend 100 crowns to increase everyone's morale. We do need more tools. That's something that we should do. Let's go take a look at a Hawkdorf and see if we can get any more tools. We are out of tools. Our provisions are okay. We do need to get rid of some of the junk that we've got that we've been like saving onto, right? Tools here are pretty pricey. We're gonna buy some food and just move on. And I know I said we're just going to buy some stuff and move on, but what we are also going to do is we're going to sell some of our cheaper stuff that isn't going to be necessarily worth a whole bunch right now, right? Simply because I want us to be able to grab loot in the off chance that we need it. So we are also going to make sure that, you know, anyone who has bags and belts or something like that takes what they need. And we're going to sell some of these extra quivers. We don't need all these extra quivers, and they're only worth like 5. Anything else I have that is super cheap? We'll sell the daggers or just the regular penknives. And that frees up a little bit of our inventory. It doesn't free up a lot, and we're not really missing out too much on profit. So because an inventory slot's definitely worth more than 5 gold, right? Like, first and foremost, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. So, you know, if you're holding on to an inventory slot just because it's got 5 gold worth of stuff in there and you don't have a good sell price or anything like that, increasing your sell price by, you know, it's only gonna be worth like 1 extra gold. And 1 extra gold, not really worth it. The fallen star has fallen under the banner of Northern Crusaders. While the old gods no doubt rejoice, the followers of the Guilder will presumably seek to have it taken back. This may present opportunities for the valiant. Cool. So it looks like there's going to be the Holy War is going on, and that is going to be our first late game crisis. Now we can essentially just avoid everything that's going on down here, but we're not going to do that. But the Holy War, I haven't played through one per se, but we'll see how it goes. Man, these tools are super expensive. Where's Kronenkug? Oh, Kronenkug's way back there. I don't want to do that. Yo, what's going on? Yes, Soro, you are the first comment. How you doing, my man? Happy Friday, my guy. You staying out of trouble? Hey, man. Did you have a good week? Okay, buy some tools. We're doing okay. What's our sell prices here? Not good. Hold off on doing any sells and whatnot. There's some unholds nearby. Those unholds will be will be fun to take out, and I want to kill those. Those unholds will be very worthwhile. There's the Dark Charmer's Retreat over here, which may be also a good place for us to look into potentially getting some, like, you know, new gear and whatnot. But hey, it is what it is right now. Wait, are we yeah, Wendell is like actually staying in the back line, right? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember what I've got everybody built as. We do need to buy some dogs while we're out here, and I sure hope our sell prices are decent enough here. And if they're not, I'm gonna have a very, very sad day. Please be decent. This does not look promising. It's not. It is not promising at all. We do not have good sell prices here. But I need food. I need food, and I do need tools. And unfortunately, I need a lot of tools. And you know what? They're sub 250. It is what it is. Let's head up north and see if there's anything up here that we can do. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Trouble follows you. Why does trouble follow you? Who is this trouble and why are they following you? How are we doing on even worse? But you know what? Tools are cheaper here. Tools and food are cheaper here. So we're going to buy tools. I'm also going to buy some dogs. All the dogs. And once again, we are poor. Very, very poor. And we don't have a houndmaster here for me to recruit. That's a shame. For shame. Is there anything further up north that we may have a better chance at selling at? Up here, potentially. I have no idea how rough of a trip this is going to be. How much food do I have? 3 days? I think we can make it in 3 days. I hope we can make it in 3 days. Misfortune is my middle name. That just sounds like your parents were assholes, dude. Yes, you speak of the sorrow. You know, they say Misfortune's his middle name. Like, actually his middle name. His parents fucking hated him. They cursed him upon birth. They've sown the seeds of unluck. Oberwolheim. Well, Oberwolheim, how much are you? I would like some better prices. Says, ooh, warhounds. Okay. Warhounds are worth even more, or are better off than just standard dogs, too. That's the best part. Okay. Monstrous wolves are 8-legged monsters. They can hardly stand around, do nothing. Long way southeast. If you see any beasts, then slay them where they stand and take their heads. I'll pay you by the scalp. Okay. 58 crowns for 15 heads. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Are you freaking kidding me? That's only like 700 crowns for me to like patrol all the way somewhere. God-given middle name. Oh, okay. All right. Truly distinguished are those who can follow young Anselm's teachings. So let's take the Oath of Distinction. If there are no allies on adjacent tiles, okay, and you gain extra renown if one of your men levels up 3 times. And then no crowns for wages. Okay. Or for suffering no more than 4 combat injuries. You know what? Let's do no crowns for wages. Oh, right. They don't heal from injuries. That's fucking rough. I didn't think about that one. Whatever. We'll be okay. Hopefully. Well, at least now I don't have to pay anybody for a few days. I just have to keep food in their bellies, right? Okay. Sell prices 16. You know what? It's got to be good enough. Got to be good enough right now. We need to get rid of some of this junk. We have to get rid of some of this junk. If we don't, I'm just gonna lug it around the entire freaking continent, and that is not what I'm paid to do by any means. We are getting rid of... Ooh, I did not mean to sell that one. I should have sold that one. I got rid of too much of the junk. That's okay. Too much of the junk was getting rid of, but we'll be fine. It's like some of the best sell prices we've had, and you know what? We're just gonna take it. Take what we can here. What's our max tools? What, 150? So 57. That brings us up a little bit. We'll buy 4. Okay. And armor, I'm assuming we're not going to really have anything here that we want, but you never freaking know. Footman armor would be nice to get us, you know, a little bit more beef up front. What else we got here? Ooh, I really like the Nordic helmets. They're kind of cool, but they're not the best when it comes down to fatigue versus like actual coverage. let's see here. No, there's no sallets or anything like that up here, which is unfortunate. Could probably go for like some male shirts, but I would much rather use the budget for a male shirt and instead put that towards like an actual chainmail or a male hauberk, which would give us, you know, about 150 armor. Reinforced male hauberk for 3100 is not bad. 190 versus 210. I don't know if paying 600 more for 20 more armor is worth it, but you know, paying 1500 more for 60 more armor, this gives us 20 durability for 400. Okay. 210 versus 190. So I could buy this, right, for 250 and put that on it, and it would have the same armor rating as this, and it would weigh the same, but it would save me money. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy both of those. Okay, so we now have two pieces of, you know, decent armor. Not amazing armor by any means, but you know what, decent armor. Pippin, we're going to swap you into this, and I'm going to give you some footman armor, right? It's going to lower your fatigue quite a bit. And then I'm also going to give you double mail. And see, this footman armor that Wendell's got is in a similar boat, except it's 200 versus 210 with only minus 24 max fatigue. This one's got minus 26. So yeah, this may have been too much on Pippin though, I'm gonna be honest here, because what are we I guess our next level is dagger mastery, and this is 20 fatigue for us to use puncture. We'd only be able to utilize that basically twice. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we may have bit off a little more than we could chew when it comes down to weight of the gear there, but that is what it is. Let's go ahead and get Mary set up with a better helmet at the minimum. We could also look into potentially giving Mary this armor instead. And honestly, 55 versus 45. Mary's doing a little bit better when it comes down to fatigue. I'm okay with that. We will get everything squared away here, and everyone gets dogs. Everyone that's a frontliner gets a dog. You get a dog, you get a dog. Everybody gets a dog. Wendell, you get a dog. Volmar, you are a new archer. Congratulations, you get an eagle. And I think we are good. Overlord could definitely use something, as well as a Roderick, but for the most part, I think we're good now. Oh, you know what? We still have standard bludgeons here. A standard bludgeon and a little short sword. We'll get rid of both of those. Does everyone that is new happen to have at least a dagger, or do we have people with penknives? We have anyone with a penknife? No one's with a penknife. Okay, cool. Last but not least, let's look for hires. So farmers are good, cheap guys. Brawlers are good and cheap. We can't afford anyone that's not cheap. So we're gonna hire both farmers and the brawler that are available. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay. So we're gonna drag them all into the reserves without looking at them. Okay. First and foremost, we have Horik here, who has 55 melee skill. He has 100 fatigue, 38 resolve, 59 hit points, 39 ranged, 5 melee defense, and 1 ranged defense. All in all, not the best, not the worst. We can maybe do something, but he's, for the most part, he's just going to be trash frontliner, right? Henrik, instead of Horik, it's Henrik. Henrik, 55 melee skill, but he has a talent point in it. There we go. We have 1 melee defense, but has 2 stars in it. So essentially, he may be a level behind Horik when it comes down to melee defense, but he has potential to get more max melee defense because he will always roll a 3. And then we have range defense with 1 star, and he has 9 in range defense. It's actually pretty good. That's courtesy of Swift, of course. So he actually has some decent bulk, and he has really, really fucking good fatigue. So we can throw the heaviest fucking armor we want on him and put him in the front line, and he should be okay. He's got plenty of max fatigue. He does not have a ton of initiative, but you know what? We don't need to put anything into fatigue, and he has some decent hit points. He does not have the best resolve, so we will need to patch up resolve, but for the most part, this guy has the potential has the potential. Doesn't mean he will instantly be there, but he has potential to at least be a two-hander. So that is what we will do, is we will give him something to progress towards. Do I have any? Don't have any super great armor, but we'll keep him in the back line with a two-hander, with a two-handed axe to remind us of what he is supposed to be. Thorsmond, 54 melee, starting out, 33 range with a talent in it, 3 melee defense, no talents, 2 range defense with talents. He's got 112, 118 fatigue, and 66 HP. So he's got similar stats, right? But he doesn't have the talent allocation. So honestly, these two guys kind of trash frontliners. This guy has potential. Not going to be the best unit by any means, but he has potential. Potential to at least be mediocre. So that's going to be our biggest takeaway here. Is we got one guy that has medium potential. Everyone else, for the most part, just kind of toss them up front, give them something that has a bonus to hit chance, like a spear, such as like how we have Steinar set up, right? And we will go from there. And we're going to do basically the exact same setup that we have for Kurt here, but we'll give Kurt a slightly better helmet. Yeah, we're going to upgrade Kurt's gear just a little bit, because you know what? 58 melee skill is decent enough, and he does have some decent melee defenses. He doesn't have great. We'll give Thorsmond a Sapar shield, and Hork, we will get you squared away as well. Actually, you know what, Thorsmond? You can have a... You don't need a kite shield, do you? No, let's give you a heater shield, actually. That actually didn't do much, so we'll stick with the Sapar shield. Hork, you will have... I'm not sure what I'm going to do with you. We will give you... Yeah, we can give you a kite shield. That's fine. Kite shield. We'll give you a hand axe, maybe, I guess. And then whatever armor we can put on you. Right? Somewhere around there. Something like that. And then, okay. We do need to upgrade some helmets somewhere. Mary, you have... That'll work. That works for Mary. That puts Mary similar fatigue level as Pippin, just has a lot more tank now. And Mary, if we can get Mary set up with Battle Forged, as well as Brawny, I think we'll be really, really well off. Brawny would just help us out with the fatigue, right? Potentially. We could also swap a... I don't think Mary would do very well as a dodge unit, though. Neither would Pippin, so... Just trying to think of what we can do to try to help these guys out staying alive. And we don't have the best DPS units, right? Like, we don't have very many guys that actually have really good melee stats, and that's kind of one of our issues currently. So okay, we now have hit a new threshold for us to recruit new people in our retinue. We are broke, but we have two more pips here. So we have 2 more slots, and we do have the surgeon still. So the surgeon will not go away. We will always have the surgeon. So just as a reminder, we can hire people instead of just spending money elsewhere. We can hire people to do things and stuff. They don't do much, but they do the things and the stuff. Important things and stuff. Sell. Sell. Any other pieces of junk here? Yeah. Yes, you and you. Okay. Food. Need a little bit of food. Nothing else here is very cheap. We're not going to buy any of that other food. Wrong button. Let's see if there's anyone here we can hire. No. Let's see what we got for work. We need to kill marauding greenskins. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested. I don't want to fight greenskins. I want us to start going south and getting involved in some of these fights for the Holy War. I don't want us to be the only party involved in these fights. I want us to partake and see if we can third party some of these fights. There's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of loot to be had. It'd be kind of cool for us to get some handguns or something like that, you know? And it would be really nice for us to get a hold of, you know, get a couple of our guys and get them squared away to be like some handgunneers or something like that. But we'll head south. We'll see what's going on since we are hitting that late game crisis. We know that there's a holy war going on. We've just been ignoring it. So that's another thing that I do want to mention for anyone that hasn't managed to play into a late game crisis when it comes to Battle Brothers. Some of these crises or crises, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce the word, they are avoidable. And not avoidable in the sense that they won't spawn on the map, but they're avoidable to where you can ignore them, some of them, and they will not really affect you or your gameplay. They will just be going on throughout the map, and you're not really forced to partake in them. There are other ones out there, though, that you should definitely partake in because it's going to happen regardless, right? And that would be like, you know, the greenskins or the undead invasion, like that kind of stuff. Those things, those are pretty prevalent around the map. The Noble House War, you can kind of ignore for the most part. You don't have to fight in the Noble House War because people aren't just naturally hostile the way the monsters are. And the same thing happens with the Holy War, from my understanding. You don't really just get instantly attacked for being anywhere when you are doing a Holy War. So that's something to look forward to as well. So because we won't necessarily get instantly attacked until we join the war, we're going to see what side we want to join. So the Fallen Star is here, right? And this is something that's going on with the Holy War. So if we just walk here, we'll see what's what. Our fate will lead us here in time. So we haven't quite done anything. So let's go down to the city-state and see what's going on. The city-states may actually have missions for us due to this holy site being claimed. And what may end up happening, right, is we may end up fighting, instead of fighting everyone down here, we may fight the Noble House factions from up north. And that will give us heavier armor. But down here, we may be able to get a hold of like some handguns and whatnot. So it kind of just depends on what type of faction we want to be fighting, right? Because up there, they've got arbalists and whatnot, but these guys have AoE damage and like a bunch of cool stuff. So oh, yeah, we'll take care of some nomad tents. That's pretty easy. We could look into eventually hiring some gladiators or some, you know, indebted and all this fun stuff from down here. I haven't necessarily been down here very much, so part of my issue. Let's go ahead and go to the marketplace just to see if we got anything that is worth grabbing. There is one very important weapon that I want us to grab at some point in time, and that is this. It is this lovely, lovely thing called a sword lance. The only other thing that now, I really want to say that the sword lance has the same attack styles as the war scythe, right? And the war scythe, before the Blazing Deserts DLC came out, the war scythe was my favorite weapon in the game. So that's why I say I want the sword lance. The reason why I don't use a war scythe is because it doesn't have that much durability. And it's also an ancient undead weapon. But the sword lance also doesn't have a ton of, along the way, we'll be seeing you someday, they said. Oh no, the Oathbringers. Now standing before you in glinting steel, chins up and weapons readied, a salient of hate manifested from the untimely demise of young Ansem. They thought you would finish them in much larger number, but now only two stand wishing to confront the valiant. One steps forward, you see young Ansem's jawbone dangling from his neck. The Oathbringer nods. I knew the day we departed that it would only be a matter of time until we saw each other again. I could see you've been fighting many a battle, as have we. It is clear that young Ansem's prophecies bore such weight that this world would see us brought together one final time. Not robbed of the ceremony on account of some brigand or greenskin, you and I both have been shielded by fate. Clothed in the invincibility of one very certain inevitability. Oathtakers, Oathbringers, let us settle this schism once and for all. Young Ansem decreed. Choose your finest fighters, and we shall see which of us most deserving. So, we are... Guys, do we fight this? I think we fight this, and we send out Aragorn. I think we send out Aragorn. And we can send out Aragorn and Overlord, but Overlord doesn't have good defenses, right? Aragorn, Roderick Roderick's kind of 50-50 on abilities, right? We could send out Mary. Mary's got a backstabbing, right? And may be able to like steal some gear, and has good defenses. So let's send out Mary. And then we can send out Overlord as well. So we'll send out 3. 3v2. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. This guy's got Lone Wolf. These guys are both Battleforged. I'm kind of scared. Fight it as that is a core mechanic of Oathtakers, correct. I do know that. That's terrifying. That's also terrifying. Bro. These got reach advantage. These guys actually have like really good builds. And the dogs are not doing very much. Overlord's gonna die from this. I can feel it. We're gonna try it. Beautiful. Missed. $74 and we missed. Good God, man. Oh boy, this is going to be a long fight unless we can get a good hit in. He got a good hit in. Yep. We're gonna need to restart the fight. We're gonna have to restart this fight. I see the problem is that these guys are actually kind of a pain in the ass to kill. Like, I don't know how to kill them. I really don't know how to kill these guys. The first time I tried to play Oathtakers, I was not able to take these guys out last time either. So I think one of the best ways to take them out is honestly to try to dagger them down through their armor, but we don't have good enough armor guys for that, or like, right? We just don't have the we don't have what we need for it. So let me just take a look-see here. Now that I know that that's coming, we may be able to, you know, potentially get around that. Potentially. Let's see here. Do we have any hammer guys? Anyone that's got really high melee? I mean, honestly, we could use Henrik. And we've got, you know, our guys back up here. Overlord only has 65 melee, so he really wasn't the right pick for that. Honestly, if we use Henrik, we may have a better chance. And Henrik with 88 is good and everything, but what if we use Wendell? Shield split? Shield split would work, kind of, on that one guy, right? Like on their tank. Demolish armor would also work really well. So let me think here. If I swap to a long axe with Henrik and use him to split a shield while I have Mary, right? Who has really good melee defense? Aragorn only has 17 melee defense. Yo, what's going on, Sean? If Aragorn only has 17 melee defense, that flail guy will be able to beat the crap out of him. What happens if I take... Okay, you're at 26. What about you? You're at 48, and now I'll drop you down to 23. Okay. So I have kind of an idea. And the thought process here is that we can utilize Henrik to break the guy's shield and also deal some damage, right? And we do have a pike as well that we'll be able to utilize. Well, maybe not a pike. We may not need a pike, but we're gonna try it. We'll see how this goes. I have no idea how well it's going to go, but you know what? You never know until you try, right? We just never know until we try. I do know that we may have a better time killing them if we decide to use something that has armor penetration like a mace or a hammer. But I also know that if we manage to steal that armor, we're in for a really good time. So that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to attempt to steal the armor. Oh, the event's not going to trigger now? Okay, well, that works. Guess we'll just undo all the changes we just made. Got to figure out who I edited here. I changed your gear. Did anyone else get their gear changed? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't change anyone else's gear. Okay, that's fine. Level 9? Yeah, some guys are level 9, but not everybody. All right, we'll take these guys out real quick. Should be fairly simple. Should be. These guys all have dodge. All right, we're going to move up. They can't come through either of those, so that's fine. We'll just move him all the way up here. Move Henrik right there. Okay, we missed. These guys should start pushing though. Or not. Guess not. Okay, now they're starting to push a little bit. Okay, we're going to have him take a step up here. Try and knock that guy back a little bit. Thought process with us moving this guy back is so he burns that he'll hopefully move and actually position himself right here instead of here, but he could also potentially move himself here. So we'll see which direction he chooses. Okay, so he moved directly in front of us. Got it. And he destroyed my shield. That was rude. Ooh, that was a good kill. We took an injury. We're only allowed 4 of those right now under our current under our current thing, so we need to be a little bit more mindful of that. Oh, we actually got a hit. Nice. All right. Let's see here. I think we should be pretty much okay here. I don't think we're taking any more injuries, which is good because we don't heal injuries. But the good news is, since only one guy took an injury, we'll be able to rotate him out of fighting, right? Steinar here. We can rotate him out and put in the other new guy. We should be okay. And I want to feed this kill to Henrik, because I think Henrik's going to be one of our better new units. He's not going to be the best guy by any means, but you know what? Every little bit helps. Now we're just going to get this guy completely surrounded, give Henrik the best chance of hitting, and boom. There we go. We fed the kill to Henrik. Henrik got at least a kill. We will grab the money, the tools. We'll grab the safe, and you know what? We can take the food, the meds, the ammo. How many more slots we got? We got decent enough slots. We could just take everything that's not nailed to the ground, but honestly, it's not the end of the world if we don't. Kurt did get a level here, so let's go ahead and pump him up a little bit. Max roll and melee skill, pretty good. Let's see, what else can we do here? He did get a max roll. No, that's not a max roll for a 3-star initiative. I think +6 is max for us. So let's see here. Man, he rolled middle, standard, middle, max. So it's kind of hard for us to pick like a really good place for him to go into. Kurt is not built to be a super high-end unit by any means. He doesn't have that type of potential. So that is, you know, one of his shortcomings, but that's okay. What we can do is we can go ahead and we can, you know what? We'll patch up his initiative with his levels, and that will actually make him a good candidate for dodge. And with our gifted, we are going to patch up his melee defense and his melee skill, because those are his 2 main skills, right? And then we will grab some resolve. So what we need to do is we need to get his resolve to a point where it's serviceable, right? For the most part. And now that Steinar's, you know, all boogered up, he's going to sit in the back line, because you know what? This isn't going to heal anytime soon. And Steinar is only level 2. Like, he's fairly new still. So it's not like we're missing out on too much or anything like that. And we still have Thor's Mitten and everything like that too. So we'll head back to town. Hopefully we won't get stopped on that event or anything like that, but we'll see how it goes. And if that event triggers again, well, then it is what it is. We'll see if we can take them on. We'll fight them every time that event triggers. We'll just have to, you know, alt F4 otherwise, because I don't feel like losing the run due to the event that I'm not good at. Ifrits have been spotted in the sand. Hunting a mirage in the desert. What is not to like? I accept your offer, but I don't want to fight I don't want to fight those things. Those things are kind of brutal, and they cause a lot of injuries. And due to the Oath of Sacrifice, injuries don't really go well with me. Let's take a look at the arena. We will have to fight some webnecks. Against 6 webnecks? I mean, honestly, that's not terrible. We could definitely do that. 3 guys against 6. I do like those odds. Aragorn should be fine going in against the webnecks. We could definitely utilize someone else that's got some decent melee skill as well as melee defense. I guess Mary would be good for that role, especially if we can give Mary an axe, right? Like 66 isn't terrible. Who else has some decent melee skill? Henrik's got some really good melee skill, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work in that type of situation, right? 64 for Kurt's pretty good too. I guess Henrik really does have our best opportunity, right? So I guess we could send in Henrik, and then we can also send in Mary and just see how it goes. I think we'll be okay, but I've definitely been wrong before. All that 4 aka game crashed. Oh no, it's something like that, right? Man, dude, I don't know what happened, guys. Like, the stream went it's a single player game, man. I mean, honestly, I have this set up as a quit and retire. So evidently I did grab Iron Man. I should not have done Iron Man. Okay, we moved back a little bit. We should be okay, right? I'm feeling pretty confident. These guys should only have just enough action points to get to us, which means we should have essentially a free round of damage. Okay, that's one down. Okay. That's one weakened. We're going to move Henrik down a step. We're going to go for the kill. Okay, that's 2 killed. That is 2 down. Okay, so we got hits on both of those guys when we did that. That actually went pretty well for us. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate back, and I'm going to see if I can go for a kill. 95, 92, and 92. So honestly, if we hit any of these guys, we have a really good chance of hitting any of these. But the first things first is I want to remove as much potential damage from the table as possible. So this is the best chance of me doing that. With the 94, we're going to go for the 94. We'll take him out. And then we're going to go for this. We missed, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We did get webbed for Henrik. Mary is now webbed, and this guy's going to go for the attack, right? So Henrik, what we're going to do with Henrik is we are going to go. If we attack, we lose the ability to break these guys out. So what we can do is break out and break out. Since Henrik has such a high melee skill, he has a really high chance of breaking people out. And then we'll go for the web net kill. We got him, took a step up, and now we're going to take a step over with Mary, right? He's going for Henrik, and that's okay. Because we rescued him, everything's fine. No one got injured or anything like that, and that was pretty easy. So now everyone has the Pit Fighter. Those guys all have Pit Fighter now, right? So what does that Pit Fighter trait give them? Well, not very much, but later on, it does pretty good. I crashed last week and wanted to watch the rest, and it was so lost when your stream crashed and was about to message you and then see the 14.5 episode. That's a full F4 blunder. So that one was not all F4 blunder. That one was a so there are YouTube settings, right? And the way this works is that you can actually set your stream to where it auto stops whenever it's not getting a any input, right? So if my internet connection were to drop for any reason for longer than 10, 20, 30 seconds, it will automatically kill the stream, and it won't let it just sit there saying reconnecting. And typically I like having that setting on because that means I don't have to remember to hit end stream when I end the stream here on my streaming PC, because the way that's meant to do is I hit end stream on the streaming PC and it'll automatically kill the stream on YouTube. Well, when I don't have that enabled, if I end the stream on my streaming PC, YouTube will still think that I have a live stream scheduled that's just not getting anything. Okay, so that's the reason that setting exists. Now, the issue with that setting is if there's for some reason a connectivity issue, YouTube kills my stream. So what happened last week was, I'm streaming and my internet went down for like not even a minute. It was not that long. And I realized it like as I was in the middle of explaining something, right? And it goes down and I look up and I'm just like, this shows that I'm streaming. My streaming PC says I'm connected. YouTube doesn't. And then I look up and then it shows that YouTube actually ends the stream. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's unfortunate. So I had to put like a little blip into the chat and just be like, hey guys, by the way, I got to fire this back up. And the other issue with YouTube is that once a stream's ended, you can't just restart it. It's not like I can just go boom, resume, and I'm sending feedback to it. That stream's done, right? So I had to fire it back up. And that's the one thing I wish YouTube did similar to Twitch, where when you go offline and you stop streaming, Twitch, you can literally stop a stream and start it like instantly, and it's still your channel. So it's still right there. It's not like, whatever. Now it'll make a new VOD, but that doesn't matter. With YouTube, each live stream is classified as its own individual video. So if you aren't on that URL, right, since it stops, that live stream's done and that web page is gone. Or not the web page, but that you can't use that stream destination anymore. You have to make a new stream destination, which is a new web page. Okay, it's essentially a new video page. Well, that means anyone who is watching the stream and stepped away or something like that, they're going to be like, oh, well, he ended the stream. Well, I guess I'm done watching for the night. Meanwhile, there's actually another stream going on now, and it's episode 14.5 or whatever. But since it doesn't automatically redirect you there the way like Twitch does, because Twitch is just, hey, one-stop shop, everything's right here. If I'm live, I'm live. And that's one of the biggest like downfalls of YouTube live streaming, right? But so that's kind of the situation that happened last night. Not last night, but last week, and it is what it is. But yeah. Anyway, long story long. Boom. There you go. Anyway, we are back into Battle Brothers here, and let's see here. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I do want to see what's going on with the Holy War. And we have access to the following. I wasn't paying attention. We're getting attacked by brigand. Oh my god, there's 13 of them? Do any of you have metal crossbows? One of you does. You are a problem. The rest of you guys I don't care about, but you are the problem. You are spooky. I don't like you. Shoot a Pippin. Roderick, what is your range defense? 27. Fuck it. Sending you up here. Can you hit this man? You have a 14% chance of hitting him. What about this guy? 64. Go for it. That was so close to one-shotting. Oh my god, dude. Can you finish him? 56. Come on, Volmar. Fucking sniped, bitch. God, I love it when that happens. All right. Hopefully they don't have good luck. They don't have good luck. All right, boom. Ooh, I'm in danger. Ooh, that's spooky. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ruh-roh, Raggy. I fucked up. Roderick, what's your melee defense, Roderick? Roderick, what are you? Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna just push. Fail. Okay. All right. Ruh-roh. Push and fail. Oh no. I'm a little nervous now. I'm a little nervous now. Okay, well, we got to get hit in there at least. Can I put... If I go up here and I push you... I have a chance. I do have a chance. We gotta get... Oh, we have to get Aragorn literally in there. Okay, cool. This guy's running. This guy's got the low ground. We're pushed here. We instantly transformed the way that this battle was about to take out by managing to get a Mary to push. Oh, I still have Mary's axe on. Oops. But yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we just go over here. We take a step up, get the kill. These guys are going to start pushing up here, right? And I think we're on round 2. We'll see how this goes. We are on round 2. Anyone else that I want to shoot you, but I cannot shoot you. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst thing ever. You would be a really good kill, but I would rather hit the archers. The archers are potentially the guys I really want to focus on here. Take your shield away. Ouch. Double ouch. Thorismond. We have an 86 for this guy. We have a 92 for that guy. We missed a 92? You freaking kidding me? God damn, man. That's brutal. Kurt is now got the high ground, which is kind of cool. Thorismond. You have not been injured quite yet, but brother, you are not looking hot. Let's get you down here and see if we can get some damage going. Horik, also get down here. Take a step up here. Good hit. I want to push, but I know better than to push. What I am going to do is I'm going to get Mary right down here and get right up on this guy's face. Roderick, you're doing great, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing. And honestly, Volmar, for being level 1, doing really fucking well. Take a step down. Ooh, good hit. Okay. Henrik, you are not in a position to where you can actually hit anybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right on up to the edge here. Put you into harm's way. So far, so good. $61, $82. Go for the 82. Good hit. 71 hit. Oh, come on. All right, that's rough. Wow. Okay. Oh my god, we're actually getting hits in. Okay. 65, 69, 66. Let's go for the 65. This guy has already moved, right? This guy has not. So we did some decent damage here. That may affect his ability to shoot. Doesn't looks like he's wavering. Let's see if we can take him out. Nope, we missed. The goal is for us to not take any injuries. That's ultimately the goal. I want to keep it that way. I want us to not take any injuries if we can. Okay. 50 set, we cannot take that chance. I have to wait. 83. I took that one. Missed there. That's unfortunate. We're going to push up with Pippin. Get the kill. Take a step up. Miss. Mary's going to slowly move his ass up here because he's like overweight. We're going to keep Thorismond behind these guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to get Horik right on up on top of these archers. Right? That's going to force them to have to swap weapons. Right? And we're going to move Henrik up one slot. This guy's going to swap over to a dagger. Oh, that was a headshot. Nice. Fuck, we took an injury with Horik. That's unfortunate. We're going to go for a shot here. Miss. That's okay. Got a hit in. Miss. Take a step up. Hit. Got a kill. Got another kill. Oh no, we're running you down, dude. You ain't we ain't done with you yet. Okay. Got some good kills. Got some really good kills. Nobody died, and we got some decent loot. So all things considered, that is what I would call a success of a fight. We are going to grab everything that's worth remotely anything, and we are going to leave the rest for whoever walks by. We don't need everything. We just need the stuff that's worth stuff, right? And some people may be like, but you're wasting, you're leaving stuff for, you know, you're not taking all your loot. Yeah, I'm aware. I don't want all my loot. That's how you get filled with a bunch of useless junk. We want the stuff that's worth repairing. We want the stuff that's worth repairing, or the stuff that we can sell outright for money right now. That is what we actually want. Two-handed mace, I'm okay with that. We do have some regular hunting bows, which are pretty decent. We got an arming sword. I mean, all things considered, I mean, I'm not too mad about that haul. We definitely have some guys that are a little buggered up now, but Horik did get a level. Ugh, he rolled like shit though. Okay. Man, I really don't want to have to put a 1 into melee skill, so we're gonna hold off on that, even though we probably should have. We'll give him Colossus because he needs all the help he can fucking get. We got a lot of levels out of that actually. Thorismond, let's see, what'd you roll? A 2? Okay, I'll take a 2. Not a fan of that melee. We'll take the +5 to initiative, and man, you do not have really good stats, do you, homie? We'll give you that as well. Pippin, my man. Up to 65 melee defense, give you a +3. I mean, up to 65 melee skill, 26 melee defense. Let's see here. What else can we do? We do need to buff up your, not your fatigue, but your resolve a little bit. Your fatigue could do really well with an upgrade, but let's see here. We could do initiative as well. No, I don't want initiative, I don't think. I think we want melees, and then I think... Oh, we'll take the max roll on range defense just because, and instead of going for backstabber, I'm actually going to go for dagger mastery. Dagger mastery is really good. It allows him to actually do up to 3 attacks for stab, puncture, and death blow and whatnot. And then whenever Mary levels up, we'll give Mary dagger mastery as well. Wendell, let's see here. +5 to range skill, excellent. +3 to melee skill, why not? We'll give you the +3 to range defense. Yes. Yes, I will do that. And then you are going to be an archer eventually. In the meantime, what do I want to give you? We could give you bags and belts. Could give you quick hands. Could give you Pathfinder. Pathfinder wouldn't be a terrible one either. Dodge. I mean, right now you're wearing super heavy armor. We could honestly do crippling strikes. I actually love crippling strikes. It's really funny though, because I mean, it's a lot of people don't expect crippling strikes to be good. And it's super great as long as you're against enemies that can actually take injuries. So undead doesn't work, but everyone else, it's so good. I love it. It's one of those perks that, you know, it may not be meta, but it's something I enjoy. And because I enjoy it, I'm going to run it more often than not. Okay, Volmar, you finally leveled up. Oh, and you rolled +3 on range. Okay, that's a middle roll, and I'm okay with that. Let's see here. What else can we do for you? Increasing range defense by max roll, I'm okay with. +4 to max fatigue. Honestly, archers go through a lot of fatigue, especially when they start spamming their abilities. So I am okay with that. And let's give you student, because I just need something to throw at you to burn through a pip. Okay, we definitely need some more work, and we've got several days left on this Oath of Sacrifice, and we're honestly not doing that well with it. We're kind of just, you know, praying. So let's see here. We have a item that we need to deliver, a Day to the West. Okay. And then we've got a 3-star contract, which is a caravan to go to Thalberg, 6 days in the north. We're not going 6 days to the north. That is out of your freaking mind. Like, how far north is Thalberg? That's pretty far up there, dude. I'm not doing that. I don't care if you are going to pay me 3,000 crowns. I ain't doing that. Okay. Deliver cargo to Iced, 3 days to the north. Ooh, for 1,000 crowns. Okay, for 900 crowns, that's not too bad. And then this is worth 960 for us to return a golden talisman. I can do that. So we'll return the golden talisman. We're going to wait till daytime real quick just to see if there's anything else that's going to pop up for us. Let's take a look at this town today, see if there's anything here. Okay, so there's an Oathtaker here that's got a, I want to say that's a bill hook. So that's a pretty decent weapon and whatnot. It's not worth 10 grand by any means, but it's a decent weapon. And I do like the Oathtaker background. It's kind of nice. It also, you know, befits our troop. But we're going to hold off on that. Go take a look-see at the little market here. Grab a little bit of food. We do need a little bit of food. Could definitely utilize some throwing nets. We don't have very many of these in stock. And then what else? I guess we could look at the temple and just get these guys patched up at least a little bit. It's not going to actually cause them to heal by any means, but you know what? Something to look forward to, right? Something to look forward to, just like them being able to heal very quickly. And then we'll go take a look-see here, and hopefully we don't have any issues. So a few thugs, a few marksmen, and then some raiders. Okay. We have an archer. We have a crossbowman. So we only have 2 ranged units. We have a couple of guys that aren't fully ranged, but you know. And Wendell, if he levels up like at least 2 more times, Wendell will be using a bow at that point. But until we hit that point, not quite. Just not quite. And Wendell does not have good defenses, like whatsoever. Terrible defensive stats. We'll see how it goes. Okay. I think we'll be okay in this fight. It's only 9 of them. Damn, dude, they still have it. They have another metal crossbowman. I hate metal crossbows, dude. They are so dangerous. They are like the most dangerous freaking weapon that you have to fight against in this tier of like enemies. Just these scary. I mean, they're really strong, which is why I've got one, and all of my guys, for the most part, use those because they're very good weapons, right? But man, they are terrifying to go up against. You're straight up terrifying. And I would love to see these guys push me, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like they're going to fall back. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to fall back. Boom. Get dunked on. Oh my god. Well, Kurt just got hit, and that gave him an injury, which sucks because that only gives us 1 more injury for our thing before we don't necessarily fail it, we just lose the bonuses. Shield the only way to get around the metal crossbow? Well, I mean, for the most part, yeah. Metal crossbow just pierces through armor. Like, crossbows have really good really high armor pen. That's their entire shtick, is that they just have really good armor pen, right? It's the name of the game with them. And you just want to have high range defense. And if you don't have high range defense, well, guess what? Metal crossbows are going to tear through you, regardless how good your armor is too. And if they hit you in the head, congratulations, you're basically dead. Yeah, it's just kind of how that goes. It's really brutal, very, very brutal. It's very satisfying when you have a metal crossbow and you're able to use it, but if you don't have a metal crossbow, you're just kind of shit out of luck. I'm gonna be honest here. You're just kind of like, yep, well, this is how I die. You have nothing to really be able to do to try and fight back either. Like, it just is what it is. Boom. Damn. I was really hoping that would hit. I want these guys to push me. Push me. Like, this guy's got just a little bitty rinky-dink short bow. I'm not scared of him. I'm scared of this guy. If I could kill him without him, you know, firing one more time, I'd be very happy. And there's my 4th injury. Right there. I just got hit with a shield splitting weapon. I did not think that a thug had a shield breaking weapon. Oh, you know what? It was that raider there that had it. All right, well, we at least got 2 kills with our archer. Hopefully I can keep him from dying here. Boom. He lost the guy that was in front of him that was blocking him from all my shots, and I was able to get a hit in, which is great. That means he wasn't able to shoot one more time, which is awesome for me. And we'll just go ahead and push up. We're working on taking these guys out. Missing some of our opportunities here, but that's okay. Thorsmond. Let's move down here, go for the kill. We did get the kill. I need us to start pushing towards the archer just so he doesn't get away. I want all that sweet XP. And we're going to go for the spam shot here. Did not get any hits in, but now that the archer's tied up, these guys don't have any more ranged weapons. We should be, for the most part, good to go. Going to attempt it. Yep, I kind of knew that was a Hail Mary. That was not going to hit, but it was worth a shot. We could send the dogs after him, but honestly, I kind of just don't care. We'll let it end however it ends and go from there. Oh no, we're running one of them down. This guy's gonna be gone long before we can catch him, even if we release the dogs. If we had released the dogs at least a round earlier, we should have been fine, but you know what? It's okay. I don't really care. We're going to wait all the way down to Thorsman's turn, and hopefully he gets the kill. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Okay, you got the kill. Then boom, there we go. We're ending the round. We're letting that guy go. He's gonna be gone, so we'll just continuously end round until he's out. Once he gets off the edge of the map, the match is over, and he should be off the map this round. Guess not. Wow, I'm very surprised. Typically, it only takes about 3 rounds max for someone to get off the edge of the map, but it does look like there was a lot of like hills over there, so that could have been part of it. We got some okay loot, not the best loot, but you know what? We did get another metal crossbow, which I'm okay with having. Do we have a round shield? We have 2 round shields. Okay, so I don't need both of them. I can actually get rid of one of them. Okay, we're getting paid. We're gonna go get paid real quick. Nobody died, so that means we're already up, right? We're at a positive here. This guy does have a ripped ear, which sucks, but it is what it is. How are we doing? So we are no more than 4 injuries. So if we take any more injuries, that's it, right? So we cannot take any more injuries if we want to keep our bonus renown. We will go ahead and patch everybody up. It's not going to be super applicable for us right now, but is what it is. We will level up Kurt, 67 melee skill. He's actually coming along a lot better than I thought he would, because believe it or not, he has no talent in melee, right? And he just hit level 4 with 67 melee skill. That's actually pretty solid. I did not expect him to have that type of that type of a melee skill so far. Like, that's actually doing really well. Now, Volmar having a teared ear or a ripped ear sucks, but it only really lowers his initiative, so it just means that he's not going to fire as quickly or as soon in the turn order, right? So it really doesn't matter. Like, it is somewhat applicable, right? Because one of the best things about having an archer is, or not even the best thing, the reason you use archers, right, is to remove damage from the table before they're able to move, right? So if you have ranged units, if it takes at least one full round for someone to get to you and attack you, right? Well, that gives you at least one, if not two attacks, if you're spam attacking, to potentially kill one unit or hit multiple, right? And then on top of that, if you kill a unit, you can trigger morale damage potentially and lower everyone's morale, which gives them a debuff on their combat stats. So that's kind of like one of the big reasons and key factors of archers is to whittle down enemy numbers, and by targeting weaker units, you can potentially trigger morale debuffs on the stronger units that are near them, and that will actually make it easier for whenever those strong units get into melee combat with your front line. Is it just me, or does the stream look different? Does it look different? Is it because we're playing Battle Brothers and not War Tales? Is that what you're getting at? It looks fine to me. Does it look different? Is it different? I think it's fine. I don't think we have anything different. Should be fairly normal. I may be wrong. Okay, Volmar, I could increase your melee skill a little bit, but I don't really think that's the case. I don't think that's what we do. We could honestly go for a little bit higher initiative, I guess. Just see how that goes. And we're going to give you gifted just to crank up that range skill a little bit more. I will get you up to at least 20 range defense, right? You have 45 resolve, which is honestly fine for a backliner. We're going to start pumping points into your hit points because that is going to be your next big thing. You are going to eventually be a nimble unit, so there's not really a point in having a heavy armor archer. They just don't work well. Archers use a lot of fatigue. There's no point in having a super heavy armor archer. All right, let's see here. And we will be wrapping up the stream a little bit early tonight, guys. Just forewarning everyone. Instead of our standard 3-hour stream, we're going to have roughly a 2.5-hour stream. Deliver cargo to Leaf the Councilman and wait off about 3 days to the northwest by road. You'll get paid roughly 1,000 crowns for all of your efforts. I'm roughly 4 days to the northwest of here for 1,600 crowns. Oh, would you look at all that? I don't want any of these fucking contracts. I want something even better. I want greatness. Okay, you know what? Maybe I will accept one of those contracts because, man, we have to survive for 4 days without getting just bodied. And that's going to be kind of tough. 4 days to the northwest for 1,600 crowns. We're not getting, we don't have to pay anybody for like the next 6 days. So this is basically all pure profit. Wade off. How far north is Wade off? Where is this? Where is Wade off? Bro, are you fucking kidding me? No, that's way out there. I ain't doing that shit. Let's go to Hawkdorf and see if they've got anything going on. I don't want to fucking do any of that shit. I kind of want to go do some camps. We've already taken out one camp, right? But I don't want to push while we have this Oath of Sacrifice up. This Oath of Sacrifice is kind of killing us. We can't heal anybody. And if we can't heal anybody, we're going to have a problem. Oh, Wolfheiden. I feel like that's pretty close. 2 days to the north? Yeah, we can do that. Fuck it, why not? Taxidermist. Can we make anything here? Nah, I mean, no. Any food? Oh, I just picked a caravan mission. Why did I buy food? Oh my god. Whatever, me. I can't with me sometimes. I just can't with me. Okay. Are any of you guys suitable enough for a frontline potential, right? You have minus 30% max fatigue. Honestly, that's the least of my worries. What about you? Minus 15% hit points. 23 versus 24. I'm putting you up there. You're in a better position to fight than Steinar is. Yo, what's going on, Vis? How you doing, my man? Clyde looks a little bit like Volmar, the beard and hat. Who the fuck is Volmar? The beard. Oh, all right, homie. All right, we got to do a comparison here. I don't think my hair's nearly fucking long enough for this, dude. And my beard's nowhere near as long either. This guy's beard has shit in it. Are you telling me I got a lot of shit in my beard? Is that what you're fucking telling me right now, Sean? I don't see little stringies everywhere in here, and if I do, no, I don't see a bunch of stringies in my beard. Just because my beard is like, you know, calico colored, and I've got blonde, red, and brown, and it doesn't mean there's like, you know, random ass shit in it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I just got a red mark from my hat. But damn, okay. Rude. This guy's got black hair and everything. Okay, all right, I'm done messing with you, Sean. It's fine. I feel old. My bones be snap, crackle, popping. Homie, you broke your back. I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with you being old. The reason you're snap, crackle, pop. Oh, fuck. All right, I'm gonna try it again. Aragorn, Henrik this time, and we're sending out Mary again. We may have to redo this one again. I don't know how this fight is absolutely terrifying to me. They both have flails? Brother, are you fucking kidding me? What is this bullshit? Okay, well, at least they both have flails now, which means Mary is gonna get fucked. Oh, that's... Fuck, okay. Damn. Damn. Oh my god, dude. I tried so hard. I tried so hard, and it's still not gonna happen. Like, we lost 2 of our guys here. Nope, we ain't doing it. I ain't doing that. It ain't going down that way. It is not going down that way. I'm not losing. Nope. I don't fucking care. But do not fucking care. We ain't doing that. Guys, I don't know what happened. My game crashed. We're gonna have to rename the stream "Getting My Ass Beat by the Oathbringers." What horror is this event? This event is literally how the game's supposed to go. You just get oh, hey, by the way, it's day 100. Congratulations. I sure hope you're fucking ready because I'm about to throw hands at you and you just get bodied. You can send out 3 of your finest men and watch them as they fall beneath my flail or mace or whatever weapons I decide to use. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nope. If I actually have 3 guys that are all at least level, you know, like Aragorn's almost there, right? If I have at least 3 guys that are all on par with the 2 that they're sending in, and we lose, then we fucking lose, and that is what it is. But the fact that I only have 1 guy that's really built for that fight whatsoever, and even then Aragorn does not have the defensive stats for that, I just don't. That ain't it. That is not it, homie. And I don't think Aragorn has like dodge either, does he? No, he doesn't. What does Aragorn have? Yo, Aragorn does have dodge, so dodge at least helps him out a little bit, but he could definitely use some better defensive stats. That is an absolute disgusting fight every time it happens too. And like the first time I tried and I was like, oh, hey, got a chance. Well, here's the problem. When you use a 2-handed flail, it doesn't matter if you've got a fucking shield because flails counter shields, and they're just like, oh, hey, you know that defensive bonus that you got? I hit around it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks, guys. All right. We have a contract available here. I have 3,000 crowns to hunt down the Barbarian King and his war host. That is not going to be an easy fight. Just saying. That is going to be a spicy fucking meatball. And you know what? You guys know what? You know what we're going to get from this? If we win, we're going to get famed gear. Right. Famed gear. Yeah. We're doing it. Fuck it. We ball. Is there anyone that we should hire? We have a farmer. TPK incoming. You know what? If we wipe fighting this Barbarian King, the run's over. I'm okay with it. That's the end of the Valiant. That is what it is. I will fucking make my bed and lay in it at that point. If that is how we go out, that is how we go. I don't even remember what we're playing on. Are we playing on expert or are we playing on veteran? With my luck, we're probably playing on expert because I am a glutton for punishment. And this may be one of the many reasons why I can't have nice things. What is this? 203? Ooh, bro, all this shit's cheap. We're going to buy it all. We're also going to buy some tools. Yeah, we could definitely use some tools. And we could use some food. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. We're in a good spot. Do we have any weapons here that I could... Ooh. A crude weapon like a polehammer can also be crafted with passion. Look at all this. Look at that. That is a famed fucking polehammer. That's a pretty nice freaking weapon. Now, is it worth $8 grand? I don't fucking know. But, you know, it's still pretty neat. Anyway, where do we need to go? We're going to go up here to Fernheitshof, whatever this is. We need to hunt down the Barbarian King around Barham and the hills northwest from you near Hunsborough. So he's up in here somewhere. And his war host. I have no idea. It has been a long time since I fought a Barbarian King, and I do know that they fucking hurt. All right? They are dangerous. Like a Darkwing Duck. He basically just says, you know, let's get dangerous. And we don't have a cool theme song to go with us, so we're just kind of, you know, We're going to attempt to see what we can do. And worst case scenario, you're going to hear some emotional Titanic flute noises coming in the background as we, say goodbye to the run. And that's just going to be how it's going to be. I don't really have anything else to say beyond that. We're going to try. And if and when we fail, we tried. Right? Like that, it just is what it is. Okay, Henrik, my friend, you're going to need a mace. And we have managed to not make enough anti-armor guys. Like, I have fucked up. And we have not been fighting heavy enough armor guys, and we have not been pushing ourselves to do the things that we probably should have been doing, which means we're in for a bit of a treat. Do I have anyone? Nope, I do not. Do we have anyone we can hire? Probably not. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to give Pippin this, and Mary is going to get this, right? And then we are also going to make sure that Mary has a dagger in the offhand. And we are going to go see what we got. That's, yeah. Just going to have to see what we got. We're at day 99, about to hit day 100, which is, standard late game crisis. 3,000 crowns. Half-naked man is found sitting cross-legged to the side of the road. He states that a primitive with an army burned his farmstead, wronged the women, and slew every swinging dick. I survived hiding in a brush pile with my hands wrapped over my mouth. The man wipes his nose. I see you with your weapons. If you seek this barbarian, then I can tell you, it seems they was heading west of here, down the tundra, not far away is to Bleak Wolds. Okay, off to the Bleak Wolds. I'm hoping we can get a third party into this. There's 13 of them, which isn't the end of the world, but it is potentially spooky. We fulfilled an oath, which is good. Sir? Oh my god. What is this? The Champions Rally Field. Okay. Can you follow me, please? Yes. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me a little bit further. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to get reinforcements to fight you. I know better. You are terrifying to me. We have mercenaries on our sides. We have mercenaries. Mr. Masochist here is a glutton for punishment. Who could have guessed? Hey, man. Is what it is. We do have mercenaries helping us out just a little bit, right? So what we really need to do is we need to try to get it to where these guys aren't completely just zerged down, right? We need to try to whittle down their numbers as best we can. So they have 11 people now. Make that 10. So that guy died. Okay, we need to zoom in and we need to be a little bit more careful with how we're positioning here, because it looks like these guys are coming our way. I'm gonna put a dog down in front of them. Save me a little bit here. That is the king. That is terrifying. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty fucking spooky to me. We have 19 units, including our dogs. Any chance I get to do damage, I'm taking it. any fucking chance I get. Okay, so we have some guys down here. We got a drummer way up there. Okay, if I move Aragorn, we're not going to be in a position where we can actually do anything. Fuck! I was not expecting him to go straight for me. That is... Oh, shit. Yeah, that did about what I figured it would do, which is absolutely fuck all. Get on top of that fucking drummer. You shot my dog, you asshole. These guys are actually doing pretty decent, staying alive right now and doing damage as best they can, right? I kind of want to see if I can get Henrik up there, but I also know better because I know as soon as I get him up there, he's probably going to die. Just go ahead and do that. Swap you over to having a shield finally. Go for a stab. Nope, missed a stab. Damn. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but I don't want him to be up against... Oh, that's terrifying. I mean, I think we're going to win. We're probably going to lose a couple units, but I think we'll win. Especially if the mercenaries down here are able to actually do something. Roderick, I need you to be able to actually hit something, my guy. If you can't hit anything, you're not helping me. Let's go for the stun. Missed. Damn. I was hoping. I was very hopeful. Well, I'm still alive. Okay, Barbarian King is down. He is down. I repeat, down. That is a-okay by me. At this point, he was the big guy that we needed to take care of anyway. I'm fine if we do not get any more of these kills. I'm okay with it. I'll be kind of sad, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Okay, we actually got the stun off. Good. Oh man, tragic. That's okay. But hey, we survived. We did not party wipe. I may have, you know, had to utilize my surroundings to make sure we didn't wipe. But hey, it is what it is, right? It's over. Who got the kill anyway? We got the Rusty Warblade, which is cool. But we didn't really get too much in the grand scheme of things when it comes down to rewards. However, we did find out that there's a Champions Rally Field over here, which is quite a bit of a money, and we kept those guys alive. So drummers, their version of Bannermen, or is that completely different? It's essentially, yeah, it's essentially a their version of a Bannerman. Let's see here. The Gilder's gleam must be brighter than ever now. The Oracle has fallen under the control of the Southerners. Perhaps the gilded folk will ask the Valiant to help defend it, or perhaps the old gods will need a bit of proper gumption in taking it back. Either way, the Valiant is still on the catbird seat for fattening his purse. Okay, so it looks like the wars to the south are still going. So we should probably make our way down there and see if we can actually get some money. Okay, greenskins. If your men gain no experience for allied kills, or we gain bonuses against beasts. Okay. We can fight beasts. We can make sure people are 1v1ing me, bro. Or, you know what? Let's do the 1v1 me, bro. I'm okay with that. You can still get some form of surround bonuses. Okay, and we should be okay. No famed gear. Yep, that's the biggest sad thing, is we did not get it. God damn it, dude. No fight. It had to be that way. I'm not fighting that. Everyone's pissed. That's okay. I'll find a tavern and make everyone drink. We're not fighting them right now. Some of these guys are actually kind of pissed. Thorsman did level up. We'll give him a level. He did not do anything for his defenses, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Give you gifted. Try to patch you up a little bit here. Let's go boop, boop, and boop. Overlord got a level. Nice. 73 melee. Not much in the way of melee defense here. We could do... Yeah, I guess we can do range defense just to get him up a little bit higher. And then what else should we do for you? I guess Nah, we can do fatigue. Why not fatigue? And he already has pole arms. He doesn't necessarily need a reach advantage. Overwhelm would be really good, actually. Because that reduces their attacking abilities by 10% for a turn, right? For every time you attack him. So, you know, once Sword Lance hits, he'll be, you know, reducing a lot of people's abilities, which is cool. So, Overwhelm, I actually really like for him. Henrik with the level 3, +2, +3. Oh, yeah. We'll grab the +4. give him gifted, and we will do another 3, another 3, and you know what? I'm thinking we do. No, he already has a 1-star there, and that's a something he doesn't necessarily need it in. We are going to use this to patch up his resolve just a little bit more. Okay, go to wolf fighting, get paid. We got paid. Anyone here that we can hire? There are people that we can hire. Do we want those guys? Not necessarily. We need to mark some of these items for repair now that I'm thinking about it. And we also need to find somewhere to get some booze because these guys are very angry at us. They're very, very mad at us. And we need to do our best to make them not mad. Is there a tavern here? There is a tavern there. Is there a tavern here? There's not a tavern here. Let's go to Gemmenstadt. Gemmenstadt's close enough that we can at least, you know, pay everyone a few rounds, right? Can I explain the champion battleground? Do you mean this thing up here? The champion's rally field? So basically, that just means that, you know how we had the quest to fight a barbarian king? That camp up there is essentially going to have another one. Or it's going to have a barbarian champion. And barbarian champions are some of those rare enemies, right? So there's, if you've ever played the Lone Wolf playthrough, okay? In Lone Wolf, there's a little banner at the bottom of your unit, right? That has like a skull on it, okay? No, I don't want to do that. I do not care if everyone's drunk. I do not care. You guys can be drunk for a long time. That is fine. We are not fighting while drunk, though. That is not what is going to happen here. A lot of these guys aren't like, you know, terribly like upset or anything like that, but being drunk is really bad. And being hungover is also really bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to hope together we don't have to fight anybody while we're drunk. You come across a man sitting beside the path. He's clad in some beaten armor. There's an even more beaten weapon in his lap. He regards you with the limpest of waves. Evening, if you ain't sell swords, I never seen my paws pants afire. Oh, then I never set my paws pants afire. I don't need one. I already done that cell sorting bit and I'm done with it. You know what? Here. And he gives us his armor. So we got an arming sword and a basic mail shirt, which is honestly pretty cool because, you know, that's money. That is money and decent. That's like decent gear, actually. That's better than what Steinar is wearing, right? For example. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and start getting our guys rotated in so we can, you know, Steinar is always content with being in reserves. May need to leave him in reserves for a bit, but right now we got Hork, and we'll see how these guys do. How many of them actually end up being like hungover? But at least now we're in a position to where these guys are a little less upset. Ooh, cultist procession. Nice. How many cultists do we got here? None. How the fuck can you have a cultist procession without any fucking cultists for hire? This is a terrible event. I am so upset and I'm very offended. Hunt down the barbarian king and his war host. Bro, we're not fighting another one. I'm good. I don't want that. That is not another one. Please, no. No, thank you. That last one was easy because I kind of cheesed it. I do not feel like trying my luck a second time. I do not have what I would call good luck. So yeah, we're gonna hold off on that one. I want to go partake in the crusades down here, the holy crusades. Yes. You know what? We're gonna go down to Al Anwar and see what's what. But yeah, anyway, back to story or whatever, right? So essentially all of your units, right, they're only this big, and then they've got like a little peace border at the bottom, right? When they're actually fighting, they just look like this essentially. Champions have a thicker border that has like a little skull in the middle of it. Same thing as your player avatar when you're playing Lone Wolf. Champions are very, very, very strong units. Like, do not pass go, do not collect $200. We are fighting, and I sure hope everyone's not hungover. I really fucking hope everyone's not hungover. Oh my god. Okay, how bad's the hangover? What is that? I mean, honestly, 10% isn't terrible, but brother, I would have much preferred if we were not fighting a battle right now. That is all I'm gonna say. Friends. You see, you wish to fight me, but I do not wish to fight you. We could be friends right now. Yes, see? I cannot aim at all for the noises and the lights. They're too much. Can you come back tomorrow? If you wish to quarrel, we can fight tomorrow. I would love to do this another time. Anytime. That is not right now. Actually. At least a day from now would be preferred. Bro, we are completely surrounding this guy and we cannot fucking hit him. That is absolutely garbage. Oh man, I love being hungover. This is trash. I was like, sure, as long as we're not fighting anyone, we'll be okay. What happens? We get into a fight. Well, at least we're not drunk while we're fighting. We're instead only hungover. Being hungover is only half as bad as being drunk. And if we win this without losing anybody, it should improve everyone's resolve. God damn it, dude. Stop hitting Henrik, please. Henrik, why are you so easy to hit? I mean, your HP took like no damage, though. You took 1 HP damage, which is fine. And I don't even think we can see anybody with this guy. Like, this is kind of fucking painful. All right, Roderick, you're going melee, homie. You gotta go melee at this point. You don't have a good helmet, and you can't see like at all. So we're just gonna kind of play this one by ear here. Break this guy's shield. Now go for a hit. Boom. There we go. We're breaking the code. You just got to break their shields first because we can't hit around a shield right now. We're too drunk for it. I mean, Pippin's doing okay right now. Oh no, getting rid of Henrik's weapon kind of sucks. Wish he didn't do that. That was rude. Get to the high ground, go for a shot, miss. Okay, can't hit that. Maybe we can hit this. We hit it. Can we move, or are we gonna get hit? Okay, we gotta move in. That's okay. We're doing stuff. We can't do much, but we can try, right? Give everyone a morale boost real quick. We have a 5% chance. Oh, bro, we cannot hit these guys to save our life. Oh my god. Drop another dog. Shouldn't have let yourself get attacked. Rookie move. I'll have you know that I saw them and I did not think of running, for I foresaw that I could run faster than they could. And obviously, I'm drunk, or at least hungover. I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. And now I'm getting attacked by a bunch of frickin' hoodlums. Who keep throwing fucking sand in my eyes, and it's nighttime. It's hard to see. I'm hungover. The lights are loud. Okay, we're slowly but surely. Oh my god, dude, this is such a brutal fight. This fight would not be nearly as bad if everyone wasn't fucking hungover. But you know what? It is what it is. We are somehow still up and kicking with some of our guys, even though we shouldn't be. Bro, we missed a 76. These are some XCOM fucking numbers. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, we got a hit in on 27. Nice. Did not expect that after the fucking other things that have been popping up on us. Oh, he got away. Damn, okay. We are not done yet. Oh, there was a good hit. Surprisingly. All right, his shield's gone, so that should help a little bit. No, I thought him not having a shield would help, and he's completely surrounded, and we still can't hit this guy. Like, the dogs can't hit him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit him. And I'm waiting for him to somehow kill my guys. Okay, we got one down. Thank God. That one's down now, too. Now that one's down. Okay, we're cleaning up shop now. We're finally at the point where we can clean up shop. It's just been a battle. No big deal. All right. In the round. See what happens. This guy get away? Yeah, it's over. It's over. That was a spicy fucking meatball, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very spicy meatball. We are grabbing all the good loots, though. Give me the loots. Honestly, I'm taking both of those shields. I don't need the helmets, though. Now, can we make it to town before we get attacked? All right, guys. And that was also going to be the last AF fight that we had. As soon as we get to town, we're wrapping up the stream, everybody. We made it. We fought hungover. We crashed only one camp, so we didn't really do too much of the thing that I wanted to do, but that's okay, because, you know, we did some stuff. Meanwhile, this guy's over here burning their fucking city. This company's burning their city to the ground and everything like that. But anyway, that is all she wrote for today's stream. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. We will be back next week. And here, just as an FYI, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be out of town on my normal stream night. I'm going to have to make up that stream somehow, some way, shape, and or form. But I will figure that out when we get to it. That would be the first stream, the first day, first full week of August is going to be when that stream is, that I'll be missing our standard Friday night stream time. Anyway, guys, that is all I got again for tonight. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. We will be back next week with some more Battle Brothers.